Right, here we go. Okay, let's go for the easy softball. In the age of Trump, Brexit, Me Too, neoliberalism, did it feel like it was a good time for Stelfox to come back?
It did. I'm glad you asked me that, James. It kind of felt, I'd long been interested in the idea of having a character that you could use every 10 years or so to look at the times you live in. John Updike most famously did this with Harry Rabbit Angstrom, but there are other literary parallels. Sure you can think of some?
Yeah, well sometimes it's done better than others, isn't it? I mean, that's one of the best examples, until it failed at the end. Frank Hanscom.
Yeah.
For, oh god, was it the sports writer?
Richard Ford.
Richard Ford. Who else? But one of the main questions is as well, obviously Bret Easton Ellis decided to bring back Clay way too late and it didn't work, did it?
Yeah, I think he kind of ran out of energy by that book a little. But the idea of having a character that you can use as a lens to look at the times that appealed to me, the concept. But it's not much good without a plot. And for a long time I didn't have a plot for this book. And I was anxious because I liked the idea of doing it 10 years. The original novel, Kill Your Friends, came out 10 years ago now. And it was set in 1997. So the idea of getting the book now and setting it in 2017, so 20 years after the first novel was set, I kind of like the symmetry of that. But for a long time, as I said, I didn't have a plot. And then I was in Los Angeles and I was going to a meeting. HBO were kind of interested in doing a TV show of Kill Your Friends 2 or 3 years ago. And in the taxi go to the meeting, obviously hungover and have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I've literally got nothing to say. So I started sort of panic thinking. And I recommend this as a creative process for anyone. As John Coltrane said, don't give me freedom, give me deadlines. I started panicking a little and thinking what I'm going to talk about. And so I thought stylistically, what would the TV show, what would I like the TV show of Kill Your Friends to look like? And the only thing I could come up with was the thick of it. And the defining characteristic of the thick of it is they're always dealing with a crisis, it's panic management. So I thought if Stelfox came back and he was dealing with some sort of crisis, what might that look like? And this is a thing that happens when you write novels. You don't just have one idea, 2 or 3 ideas that have been in your head kind of intersect. And for a long time it seemed to me that the life of Michael Jackson was a bit of an open goal for the novelist. I mean, the actual just basic life facts of Michael Jackson's life are fucking mental. So I thought, if we could take that and ramp it up a bit, especially certain aspects of it, that might be a lot of fun. As you can tell, I have a fairly twisted idea of what constitutes fun. Because once I described this to my publishers, a couple went, are you fucking insane? You're gonna what? But you know, here, I'm guessing some of you read my books, you kind of know what we deal in. So that idea of the last 2 years that we've been living through with Trump and Brexit and everything, it seemed to me that Stelfox would be a great guy to look at that through. Because there's a very dull, preachy, worthy novel to be written about now. And there's also one I thought to be written from the point of view of the guy who thinks it's all fucking fantastic, who cannot believe his luck. Because what Stelfox deals in, as an A&R guy, is the lowest common denominator. He's a populist. He doesn't want Radiohead, he wants Sunita's Boys, Boys, Boys. He wants big fucking banging pop anthems that you can hear all the words and that all the idiots buy and fuck the rest. So the idea for him to kind of go operating now is very attractive. He'd be having a ball right now, it seemed to me.
So kind of, you've said a million times, your biggest touchstones, John Updike kind of thing? Oh, it's just the old John Updike quote, sex is like money, only too much is enough.
Yeah.
And you got the first chapter where, obviously, kind of like, Stelfox is feeling good about himself, and then he finds himself in the shadow of death and John. I mean, it just all just stems from just one single motive, doesn't it?
Yeah. As you said, he's Some of you may have read, I wrote a novel called The Second Coming in 2011, and Still Fox features in that and more of a sort of bit part. But he's running a sort of X Factor type talent show in America. So when we catch up with him in this book, he's sold the rights to that. He's a very rich man, he's worth 200 or 300 million. But as far as he's concerned, he's a fucking pauper because he's hanging out with billionaires. He's also kind of thinking he maybe get out of the music industry at the wrong time. So he's looking for a kind of way back in, and an opportunity presents itself in the form of Lucius Dupre, who's one of the biggest pop stars on the planet, who may be a slight resemblances to a fairly recently deceased huge pop star, except in Lucius's case, he's a white man who spent his life trying to become black through a series of ill-advised surgeries and skin pigmentation operations. The movie Soul Man, like a reference point, someone who can relate to here. But further, at the Edinburgh date in the tour, a young girl came up afterwards and I mentioned Soul Man during the talk, and she said, I only heard about this film this last week, and is it real? And I went, I can assure you it's a real film, which I'm very proud of. But she went, how can that be? She couldn't comprehend how you could make a movie where the plot point was a white guy tries to become black to get into Harvard. It was just beyond her comprehension. So Still Fox has to deal with, Lucius Dupre has been, well, I don't want to spoil things for you, and also I don't want to spell this out too graphically, because it's fucking horrific. He's a sort of fairly rampant, unrepentant paedophile who has been filmed by one of the boys he's molesting and is about to be blackmailed. And if he goes down, the whole record company's coming down with him, because he's in debt to them for billions, as Jackson was. If you spend 7 or 8 hours digging into Jackson's financial papers, which I don't recommend you if you do, but I'm happy to do it for you, he was spending $2 or $3 million a day on mad shit. So Still Fox comes back and he has this thought, not just about, well, his first thought is, let's just kill the cunt. You know? But then he asks himself the question, what if the old tabloid supermarket rumours, Elvis lives, if that had all been true? What if Elvis, if he had been working at a 7-Eleven in Texas, or he had been living in Thailand, and Elvis came back like 6 months, a year after everyone thought he was dead? And what if you were RCA or you were Colonel Tom Parker? How much money would you have made? So he has this thought, and so he goes to the people around him. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to fake the cunt's death, hide him away somewhere for 6 months, a year, bring him back, and make all the money in the world. And of course, everybody goes, you're out of your mind. The scale of the lie, the atrocity, there's just no way we can do this. And at this point, Still Fox points to the TV set, which is filled with Donald Trump's face, telling the American people how his inauguration was the biggest ever witnessed in history. And he says, you don't get it. You don't get where we are now. The bigger the lie is, the huger, and the more often we repeat it loudly through a big microphone, we'll be fine. It's those two guys sitting there going, yeah, we came to Salisbury to see the cathedral. With a straight fucking face, and just repeat it. It's all good. We'll be fine. Nobody gives a fuck. We're beyond accountability. So these are all the things that are in the mix when the book opens. I'm not going to read on for too long. I don't know if you've certain other Scottish authors I know enjoy a long reading. Everyone Welsh. It'll go for 45 fucking pages doing all the voices. And everyone only has 2 voices, posh man and sort of blasé American. I don't even have 2, so you're stuck with this one. So we'll keep it to a couple of very short readings, but this is where we meet Still Fox on his way to America to deal with this atrocity. I look up to see the lights of Luton Airport coming up ahead. I picture what will be happening inside it. Tattooed mums and dads punching the screaming kids around KFC. Fights and rows in the 2-mile long queues. Crazed Arsenal fans smashing back